Imagine a group of dedicated federal workers, proud to serve the American people. But then, a storm hit President Trump's administration. This is their story, a tale of upheaval and uncertainty. A proud legacy, a sudden change. Liz Goggin, a licensed clinical social worker, and Mari Stanek, both with over a decade of federal service, found their worlds turned upside down. Goggin quit, and Stanek was fired. Their stories are a window into a larger crisis. The exodus begins. Just a year ago, federal employment meant stability and the chance to serve. But when Trump returned to the White House, everything changed. Month after month, firings, buyouts, and uncertainty led to a massive exodus. By the end of 2025, 317,000 federal employees were gone, with tens of thousands fired and many more retiring or resigning out of fear. Unbearable working conditions. Goggin recalls the new demands, weekly bullet-pointed achievements, and reporting any perceived anti-Christian bias among colleagues. She emphasizes, "To be clear, that was not even remotely an issue." The morale at the VA was very low, she says. Forced out, struggling on. For some, leaving the government wasn't a choice. Mari Stanek, based in Maine, was put on leave and then fired after Trump's executive order cracking down on diversity, equity, and inclusion (DI) initiatives. Stanek's work included introducing diverse individuals to federal careers. They had just moved to a new role when Trump returned, yet they were still fired. Stanek, now struggling to find full-time work, says, "It's an incredibly difficult job market. Each application, each interview, the stakes feel so high." A class action lawsuit. Stanek is part of a class action lawsuit alleging illegal discrimination by the Trump administration against DI employees. Those personally known to Stanek are all people of color, women, or members of the LGBTQ+ community. The lawsuit claims Trump targeted these employees based on their beliefs, advocacy, race, or gender. Stanek asserts, "It's not okay for the Trump administration to target us because of who we are and what they think we believe. Saving the country or burning it down." Trump celebrates the disruption, vowing to drain the swamp. He insists he's saving the country from waste and abuse. But Max Stier, founding president of the Partnership for Public Service, disagrees. Stier warns that Trump is taking the country back to a patronage system akin to the 1800s, serving private interests over the public good. The White House Assistant Press Secretary, Liz Houston, responds, "President Trump's only motivation is improving the lives of the American people." She highlights Trump's achievements, including overhauling the air traffic control system and reducing the number of veterans awaiting benefits. Stier acknowledges some positive changes, but emphasizes the scale of the problem. "If they'd paint a room better, that's great. But burning the house down is overwhelming." Sadness and disappointment. Carrie Murphy, like Goggin, often grapples with sadness. She had been thrilled to join the Commerce Department, but was fired during Trump's chaotic purge of probationary employees. Lawsuits followed, and Murphy was temporarily reinstated, only to be fired again. A final judgment found the mass firing illegal, but workers were not reinstated. Murphy says, "We're still drowning in that same water." She recently started a new job, but at half the pay and no benefits. A new path, an old longing. Goggin, now in private practice, finds her skills in high demand. But she misses the intensity of working with veterans. "I think of those people I work with, and how meaningful it felt over the years and intense. That's the word I'd use," she says. Even with a thriving practice, Goggin checks the government's hiring portal, USA Job, out of habit. She can picture herself returning to the VA someday. A hopeful future? Despite their experiences, both Goggin and Murphy would consider returning to the government. "It's crazy. I would love to, Murphy says. Just not under this administration. This story is a reminder of the human impact of political decisions. What are your thoughts on this situation? Do you think the changes brought about by the Trump administration were necessary, or did they go too far? Feel free to share your opinions in the comments below.